Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading all about your past life with your soulmate. We're going to be talking about who you were in a past life as well as who they were and what your life was like together, and talking a little bit about the purpose of your connection with them in that lifetime. So if you're ready to dive on in, take a moment to meditate on the cards. If you're new to pick a card readings, what you're going to do is you're going to pick with your intuition which one of the piles you like the most, and then I will have a link in the description box, as well as I will post a link of the timestamps below so you can fast forward to your reading. And I will give you a moment now to go ahead and pick your pile, and then I will see you in the reading. See you then. Hello, my pile number one. Today we're going to be talking all about your soulmate and your past life connection with this person. We're going to be beginning with pulling a few tarot cards, talking about what your life was like and how they came into your life in a prior existence. Starting out, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Seven of Wands. All right. Now what's coming to me, first of all, pile number one. What's coming to me, first of all, pile number one, is that you were a person of status in a prior lifetime. And you had a lot of people or suitors that were competing for your hand, that wanted to be with you. And I feel like in this prior existence, you felt like everybody only wanted to be with you because of your success. Because either for your money or your status, you could have been royalty in a prior existence, that you felt like you had a lot of people that were interested in you, but none of them truly were interested in your heart. And you felt almost kind of isolated because you had this big, beautiful heart to share, and yet you felt like nobody would look past the material things that you had. Whether it was status or abundance or wealth, that those were the real reasons people were trying to get with you. And you, because of this, you built up kind of some walls around yourself. You had some prior relationships where you had your heart broken. And I feel like that heartbreak might have come from a loss of possibly a family member in a prior lifetime. That you felt like you had your world rocked, but you still maintained this position of status and authority that you were born into. I feel like you were born into it rather than it was something that you had acquired, because I feel like this all occurred when you were relatively young in your past life. And what I'm getting is that I feel like there was some sort of event that occurred that left you feeling somewhat shattered, left you feeling like you weren't complete anymore. And it was possibly due to maybe losing somebody that you were very, very close to, that was either a mentor or in a parent-like position that was guiding you, that was directing you. And because of this, you built up walls around you, and it made you feel like a lone wolf. And even though you were constantly surrounded by people, you had all of these walls in front of you protecting your heart, protecting who you truly were. And let's get some more cards to see how your soulmate came into this situation. So we have make the sacrifice, we have respect your boundaries, and we have time to reflect. And what's coming to me is that your soulmate came into your life in a time that was possibly a little tumultuous, or troublesome, I mean to say. That this was a person that respected your boundaries, and was a person that wasn't trying to take from you, but connected with you on a deep soul level. This was somebody that was not only that was not like all the other people trying to take from you, but was actually giving to you. This was a person that allowed you time and space. This was a person that wasn't pushy with you, wasn't always trying to get this or that out of you, like previous relationships in a prior life. I feel like a lot of people were always trying to take from you because you had such high status. And because of that, you developed trust issues with people. I also feel like you went through something very difficult in your prior life, and nobody was really there for you. Nobody was there to nurture your heart or to love you in the way that you should have been loved. And that's why all those walls were up. And the soulmate came in that loved you even in all your darkness. This was a person that wasn't afraid of intense emotions. This is a person that allowed you space to do things on your own and wasn't always just trying to pressure you into doing something for them or being there for them. This was a person that was truly there for you. And this person, I think, might have been a twin flame connection, because it's like they mirrored you. I also feel like this person came into your life during a time that was possibly feeling kind of dark, and it's making me think that maybe this person came into your life and possibly in a time in your past life that was filled with a lot of conflict, a lot of darkness, and possibly a lot of sorrow. And this person was like the other half of your soul. This person made you feel like you could rise like a phoenix up above all the difficulties that you were currently going through in that lifetime, and made you feel seen and heard and not controlled. And that's the thing that I'm really getting out of this reading, is that this was a person that you felt really, really controlled in your past life. And most people couldn't see that because of your status, that there was so much obligation and expectation put on you, that you felt like you couldn't ever express the true you, and like nobody would ever want the true you. But this person came into your life that not only understood the true you, but was like the mirror reflection of you, like the mirror opposite reflection, if that makes sense. That it's like you two had similar qualities and possibly similar life situations that you had gone through, but this person But this person also had traits that completed you, that made you feel, let's just say, things that you felt like you were lacking in. These were qualities that this person had already attained, and vice versa, that things that you had already attained and acquired within your knowledge and understanding were things that this person was lacking. And because of that, you two were also able to learn and grow from one another and lift one another up. So let's get some more cards and information on this past life connection. Let's see what happened with this love story between pile number 1 . All right, pile number 1, we have Atlantis, we have the Orphan, and we have Vows. All right, pile number 1, we have Atlantis, the Orphan, and Vows. What I'm getting with this is that you and your soulmate had a past lifetime in Atlantis, and that even if you feel like possibly it wasn't Atlantis, that it was a highly advanced society that had a lot of technologies for their time period. And I feel like you possibly, like we talked about before, that you had gone through the loss of a family member, and your heart had been so broken and so guarded. And I feel like during your past lifetime, you were alive during possibly the fall of Atlantis, and you were a person that held status and position during this time period. And because it was such a different type of civilization that we have no records of, I feel like you had made vows and had commitments in that lifetime. I think that those vows had more to do with vows to the Order of Atlantis, that you felt like you were obligated to follow within the societal rulings of that, and whatever your job was or status was, that you felt so very bound by that. But what I'm getting is that you actually, when you met this soulmate, that you made a decision to break those vows. That you made a decision to break away from those vows because you felt like they confined you. And I feel like you might have also felt like they were a bit almost unjust. And because of that, you broke away from the order. And it's like you made these new vows with your soulmate. I feel like you made vows with your soulmate in that prior existence that you would have additional lifetimes with this same soulmate, that you two could grow together and not feel so controlled and confined. And what I'm really seeing here is that it's almost like the society or order that you were in was restricting your heart. And you felt kind of like you were abandoned by not just your family, but kind of abandoned by a society, or a society that was kind of dark and falling apart. And you found through this soulmate like a beam of light that was shining through the darkness, and it made you feel alive. It gave you purpose and it gave you hope. And you two coming together helped to heal a lot of wounds. And I feel like you two made vows one with another during your Atlantis lifetime to incarnate again and again in other lifetimes together. Let's get some more information on what these vows were pertaining to, what they were all about. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, idealism. We have the Moon. And the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. All right. I feel like the reason that you two made these vows to one another is because you lived in such an advanced civilization. You lived during a time that it was crumbling and falling apart. You made vows one with another. Well, let me back up a little bit. You both were idealists. You both had these visions and these dreams of where humanity and where society and life is supposed to go. And you both coming together during this time period in your past existence, you both were working towards this goal. I feel like you had innovative ideas on how to set society on a new course, possibly on ways to fix whatever was causing Atlantis to crumble. And that you both, with the Moon card, that you both felt like you weren't able to achieve this in Atlantis. It fell anyway, and you knew you just couldn't stop it. And you both felt in a way like you weren't able to complete your mission together, that you two coming together as soulmates were supposed to make some huge societal change, but you felt like the creation of that was thwarted. You felt like because the whole civilization was falling apart, I feel like you didn't get to finish what it was that you two were capable of creating in that lifetime. And because of that, I feel like you two made vows, because Atlantis was a very advanced spiritual civilization, and you two knew how to make vows, like oaths one to another during that lifetime, that would kind of bind your energy together, that would make it so that what it was that you two envisioned and were meant to do together in that lifetime, you'll be able to complete in this lifetime. And that's one other thing. The innovativeness. I feel like you two coming together created in the past, that you two coming together was going to create something that the world had never seen before. And in the past lifetime, you two were able to come together for your own personal healing and growth. You two were able to come together and fall in love. But I feel like the society around you, Atlantis, it crumbled and fell. And you two, I feel like, were not the type of souls that just were willing to give up on your work in this life and just go off into another dimension together and be happy. I feel like you two chose to make vows that you would come back, and that whatever this innovative new ideas that you two had in a prior existence, that when you two come together in this lifetime, it will be rebirthed, and that you will be able to bring forth these ideas to the world that will transform things for the better, that your work will be complete. So let's get one final card as an overall for the ending of this reading on your past life with your soulmate. All right. We have this beautiful card, and it says, branch path. You stand before a path of tangled beech branches. The way ahead seems difficult, but there is light where the branches ends. The meaning behind it. It seems life for you of late has been difficult. The way ahead has seemed full of obstacles and hindrances. However, the way ahead is untangling, but there are decisions to be made. Things may be conflicted and complex, but there is always light ahead when the situation becomes untangled. I feel like with that card that it kind of sums up precisely what we were talking about, that you had a lot of unfinished business together in a prior lifetime, and that there was too many roadblocks and too many tangling situations that made it so that you couldn't complete your life work together. But it wasn't due to any fault of your own or your soulmate's fault. It was neither of your faults. But this light, I think, that's coming through at the end of the tunnel is coming through in this lifetime. And I feel like there's a decision to be made, that I feel like when you meet this person, when you meet this soulmate, it's going to awaken within your soul all these karmic soul memories. And you too are, I think you'll have this decision about I feel like the decision has to do with whether you want to bring forth these same ideas that you both had committed to in the past, that were meant to transform the world, or if you just want to reunite and live your lives together. I feel like because making big changes can be scary, but I definitely feel like you and your soulmate are capable of doing this together. And so that was a very interesting reading. It went a direction I wasn't expecting, but I hope that you enjoyed it, pile number 1. If you did, please give it a like, and please comment below your thoughts or your feelings if it connected with you. I would love to hear from you, as well as please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so that you get notifications every time I post new videos. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! Hello, my pile number 2. If you picked the heart, that is the amethyst heart, then this reading is for you. Just set that there. This reading is all about your soulmate and what your life with your soulmate and connection was like and about in your prior existence, in your past life with your soulmate. So let's start out. I'm just shuffling the cards and getting you a couple of cards. Okay, pile number 2. You got one more extra card than the others. That one wanted to come out. We have the Tower, we have the Ten of Swords, the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Right away, I am feeling that your prior lifetime, your past life, I mean to say, had a lot of difficulties within it. That you were living in a time period that was filled with a lot of chaos, had a lot of things crumbling apart around you, and you dealt with a fair amount of loss during this time period. This is kind of similar to pile number 1's. So if you feel drawn to pile number 1, you can go ahead and check out that reading as well, because that might pertain as well to you. But what I'm getting here is that you, in your prior lifetime, felt like you couldn't hold on to anything solid. That everything you tried to grip onto was like the rug kept being pulled out from underneath you in your prior lifetimes. And you felt like you had to be the person that was always taking charge, that was leading others, that was helping others. You felt like you always had to bear the weight of the responsibility of all the difficulties that were happening in your life. What I'm getting is that possibly your family could have been going through some hard or challenging financial things, that you could have been going through difficulties, like possibly, what I'm getting is in a prior lifetime, possibly like a famine, or that's what I'm getting, is famine or drought, and that it was like you had to be this person that was in a position of authority to help people, to make decisions, to try and figure out how to gather the resources to try and take care of other people. And that might still be reflective in this lifetime. You might still be in a position where you always feel like you are in a position of leadership, in a position of trying to figure out the way to help others, and having a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. But you carried it well. Even though it was a chaotic time period for you, you carried, you were a strong person. You were capable of leading others, and it was a natural gift of yours. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of people looked up to you. A lot of people appreciated you, and that you almost had a knack for coming up with creative solutions in difficulty, and that it was almost like a gift. I'm seeing it almost like a creative intuition, that you just knew how to fix things in difficult times. And I feel like when it comes to your love life during that time period, that you were too busy with trying to be this person that always was in charge and helping so many other people. It's like I kind of see almost like a general of sorts that you might have been. Somebody that was in a position of leading the way, of figuring out creative solutions during difficult situations. And I feel like a lot of people followed you But when it comes to your love life, I feel like what I'm getting is that it's almost like your life was almost too chaotic to really pursue any relationship with real meaning during that time period. I feel like there was too many tower moments. There was too much that was always coming up that was taking all of your energy, that you weren't devoting your full time and mind to your heart. But we do know that your soulmate did come in, so let's get some more cards and let's see how that all changed. Let's see. All right. So the cards that we got are let your emotions flow, be without malice, change is unavoidable, and we are all connected. What I'm getting from this is that your soulmate was a person that came into your life unexpectedly during this time period. This was a person that was incredibly wise. This was a person that wasn't easily shaken by all that was going on in the world around them at that time. And this was a person that had a ton of optimism, that was always looking to the future and always seeing a brighter day. And what I'm getting is that this is a person that when you first met them, that they kind of shielded who they really were, that they came in, and it's almost like they swept you off your feet. It surprised you. You weren't expecting to fall for someone. You weren't expecting to catch feelings for someone, but you did. And this, you almost felt like during that time period, like they had put a spell on you, which from these cards, I don't believe that they did. But it seems to me that you just felt so caught off guard that this person who was so unexpected came into your life and opened up your heart and opened you up to all of these new feelings. They made you feel, what I'm hearing is they made you feel safe. They gave you a sense of peace. They helped you to step into your more feminine nature, regardless of whether you were a man or a woman in that lifetime. You were stepping into your more Venusian energy, the part of you that connects with the physical world. And I feel like during your prior lifetime, you were really connected with your mind and trying to figure things out. And this person grounded you and helped you to see that the physical world is just as important as your as the ideas and stuff within your mind. I feel like this is a bit of a twin flame connection. Pile number 1 had a twin flame connection as well. But I'm getting that you two were twin flames, and I'm getting that I'm seeing that you two might have had a fair amount of children together in a past lifetime. If it wasn't children, I feel like you had a lot of responsibilities and other people that you were looking after, possibly like a kingdom, and you've had a lot of people that were dependent upon you. And that you two, when you came together, that it made everything around you seem more stable, and that your connection was almost kind of like the sun and the moon. And I'm seeing you more as this sun character, and this other person that came in more as this moon character that was a bit mysterious, that was maybe a little seductive, that was very connected with nature and the physical world. This person might have been a Taurus or maybe even a Scorpio, and that this person was it's like they just swept you off your feet and transformed you and transformed your life. let's get more information on what happened in that lifetime. Alright, we have Egypt, we have vows, we have galactic, and I have the feeling to pull one more, which it says wars and battles. So pile number 2. So pile number 2, what I'm getting here with Egypt is that I feel like you two definitely had a prior lifetime in Egypt. And I feel like you two got married in this lifetime. I feel like you were living in a time of war in Egypt. And I feel like this person might have been very involved in the spiritual side in Egypt, and might have been studying the stars. And I feel like your lifetime together was about, I feel like your lifetime together during that time period was about trying to figure out a way to resolve the conflict of all that was going on around you. And I feel like you two might have been starseed. I feel like both of you couldn't stand how much conflict there was in the world that you two had to deal with. And I feel like you two coming together, you were trying to create peace in a chaotic environment during that time period. And I feel like the connection between both of your souls, what I'm getting is that there was immediate soul recognition when you two met each other in a prior lifetime. And I feel like it's been this way with many lifetimes, and I feel like you'll have it again. That when you meet this person, or maybe you already have met this person, but you'll know that this person is right for you because you'll feel within your souls like a soul recognition, an awakening within yourself. And you might be, and your soulmate might also be very drawn to Egypt and Egyptian things, because a part of your soul still remembers that lifetime. So let's pull one more card and get the overall message for my pile. For my pile number 2s. Alright, we have this card, and it says, a cat. As you walk a peaceful path, a black cat appears and greets you. Meaning a guardian, good luck. A guardian, good luck, companion on a journey. A good friend helps you through a difficult time. I feel like you two coming together was about support, stability during a time of heavy conflict. And I feel like in this lifetime, when you two come together, I feel like in the past that you two gained a lot of peace and joy and stability and fulfillment through coming together. And I feel like you will gain that again. Only in this lifetime, I feel like you two are going on a different journey together. And I feel like it's not as chaotic as prior lifetimes. That your sole purpose is not just to comfort one another during hardships, but I feel like your purpose is in this lifetime, is more about ascending to a higher level. It's about soul growth. And that in the past, it was more about trying to stay calm and have stability in chaotic times. But I feel like in this lifetime, when you two come together, it'll be about guiding one another to your highest path. to be able to be ready to take the next steps in your spiritual evolution. So that's all I have for you today, pile number 2. If you liked this reading, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you felt like it connected, please comment below, as I really love hearing from you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to ring that bell because it will notify you whenever I upload new videos like this. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye guys! Hello, my pile number 3. If you picked the labradorite heart right here, then this is your reading. So starting off right away, we have the Fool, we have the Chariot, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment. So let's get into talking about your past life with your soulmate and what your connection was like. So starting off right away, we're going to be talking about who you were in your past life. And I see you as somebody that was very creative and inquisitive in a past life. I see you as somebody that was playful, and somebody that I'm kind of getting a Gemini South Node here, that you were somebody, or even a Mercury conjunct the South Node. I'm seeing somebody that was fun, inquisitive, playful, that was quick-witted, that that maybe people kind of underestimated a little bit. You were somebody that was very coy. You were always full of fresh ideas, and you had a great sense of humor about you, that you were always a bit of a kidder. You were somebody that was highly intelligent, but because of your sense of humor and because of your almost childlike, it's like you almost had a childlike personality about you. And because of that, a lot of people just didn't see or appreciate how intelligent you were. And what I'm getting here is that in that lifetime, this was a fresh start for you. That compared to prior lifetimes, you were not going through anything super karmic or heavy during this time period in your life, in this past life we're discussing. That it was, that this was almost like I'm just getting this fresh, new, inquisitive energy. And you were a risk taker, but you also were, you were very calculative about the steps you took in life. What's interesting about that is you were perceived as this free spirit, as this person that a lot of people underestimated and didn't see just how smart you were. But because of that it was almost kind of this front that you put out for people. You wanted them to underestimate you so that you could outwit them and get ahead. And it's like nobody ever saw you coming. And because of that, that when you did get ahead in life, it was like it shocked people. It was just like a thunderbolt. They just did not see it coming, and it almost kind of upset them because they saw you as, you know, somebody that they might have maybe looked down upon and thought, oh, well, this person's too silly, this person's too childish, this person isn't mature enough to be able to outwit me in business or in life. But you were, all the while, even though you were a person that was fun and playful, you were still working hard and taking steps towards your goals in that life. And I feel like you were a person that was very, very goal-driven. You were very, very ambitious, but you never let that ambition take you away from who you really were. You were always fun and charming and playful, and it was actually that aspect of who you were that made it so that you had the energy and the drive to keep going where most people would have given up. And I feel like you suffered a lot in that prior lifetime, that your biggest hurdle that you had to overcome was other people's judgments. I feel like a lot of people judged you harshly, and that kind of got into your head. And even though you kept jumping over all these hurdles in life, that your self-esteem wasn't quite where it should have been, because first people underestimated you in your life due to your personality and your character, which was just fun and playful. And then when you did start succeeding and achieving in life, then people started criticizing you for your achievements because they were jealous. So you felt so plagued by so much jealousy from other people that that it kind of wounded your self-esteem a little bit. And what I'm getting is that, your soulmate in this past life kind of saw you as I'm hearing the words a diamond in the rough, which is an expression I don't think I've ever used. I see that your soulmate saw you almost like this beautiful pearl in the midst of an environment of people that were maybe very hard and harsh and shelled off, and that you might have developed during that lifetime a bit of that you were just as strong and tough as all these people, but your hard shell made you shine. It made you beautiful. It brought more beauty into life, into the world. That you never lost your sweet side, but that didn't make you weak by any means. You were still strong and even more capable than many others during that time period. But I feel like you didn't get the credit you deserved during that time. Let's pull some more cards and get some more information on who your soulmate was and how they came into your life. All right, pile number 3, we have let two become one, we have be vigilant, and we have see the truth. I see that your soulmate was a person that had a very, very big heart. They were very heart chakra driven. I see that they were also very, very wise and very, very protective of you. I feel like they almost viewed you as like a pearl. I'm seeing a lot of pearl imagery coming through with both of these decks, and it's almost like that might have even been a special little nickname that they gave you, or possibly they might have given you pearls in a prior lifetime. I see that they see you as someone that was very precious to them, someone that they wanted to shelter and protect, someone that they felt like the world was that the world was so very harsh on you, and they wanted to keep you safe from all these people that had all these harsh judgments. And this was a person that was very, very wise. I think this person during that lifetime might have been older than you. I feel like they almost might have been a mentor of yours. Maybe someone that you met while you were studying something in some sort of apprenticeship type of thing, or possibly when you were studying at a university of sorts, depending upon the time period. But I see it that you fell in love with somebody that was that your soulmate during that time period was somebody that was renowned for their wisdom. And even if they weren't old, that they had experienced so much in life that they seemed very mature, and that they just wanted to protect you because they had seen how harsh the world was, and they were not only trying to protect you physically in that lifetime, but they were also trying to protect you. They were also trying to protect your mind, but they didn't do that by trying to shut down your mind or shut down your thinking, but they tried to protect your mind by, they wanted to show you the world. They wanted to teach you, to help you to grow. They wanted you to develop your mind as much as possible. They loved how inquisitive you were. They could see how smart and how witty and creative you were, and they wanted to help you to grow in knowledge and in wisdom in that lifetime. And this was a person that possessed great wisdom, and they felt almost like it was a bit of a duty of theirs to not only protect you, but to also give you all the resources of information that you needed for your mind to continue to grow and develop, because you were someone with a very gifted mind. And this was somebody that wanted to help you in whatever way they could. Let's get some more information on your life together. Okay, pile number 3. We have health, we have the arts, we have persecution, and inquisition, and medicine, man or woman. So with these cards, what I'm getting to fill out the story more is I feel like you and your soulmate had similar career paths in a prior lifetime. And I feel like your mind was greatly wrapped up around health and healing, the healing arts. You could have been involved, you could have been a doctor, you could have been a shaman, you could have been an alchemist, you could have been, you were somebody that wanted to help people, especially physically. And what I'm getting is that this person, your soulmate, that they were a person that was well versed in the healing arts, and that they were a mentor of yours and somebody that wanted to help you to develop your ideas and want to further and to pass down these healing arts to you. And I feel like you had some new innovative ideas to help people in the healing arts world, but I feel like that most of your peers or colleagues looked down on you, and they didn't take you seriously, that they thought your ideas were too strange, and that you were persecuted and judged harshly and unfairly. But your soulmate was somebody who came into your life to help you not only to grow and develop in your interests, but to help you to achieve and to make these things that you saw and felt that would help other people, to make these things real. And I feel like they were a person that really believed in you. And in this lifetime, I believe that they will be the same way. Let's get some more cards on this, and let's see. I'd like to know let's find out more information on the purpose of your relationship coming together. All right, pile number 3, we have the Emperor, we have the Knight of the Knight of Cups, we have the Strength over here, and we have the Seven of Cups. What's coming to me is that that lifetime in your past life, that you two coming together was a joint mission on helping to progress healing forward. That you two both were very, very empathetic, and I see that you might still be an empath in this lifetime, because I feel like you can feel other people's pain very deeply, and because of that you have a deep desire to heal others. That you're a very, very strong person with this Strength card right here, and that you had so many ideas in a past lifetime, and I feel like this soulmate helped you to bring them into fruition. And I feel like in this lifetime you might still be this way. You might still be a healer. It might not be to the physical world, but it might be more on a spiritual level now. You might be healing minds and hearts and souls now, because in that lifetime you healed people's bodies. And your soulmate was somebody that helped to guide you and protect you and shelter you from the storm, and gave you an environment where you could make your goals and make your ideas a reality that helped other people and changed the world. And I feel like in this lifetime, when you two come together again, that it will be the same thing, only this time you're going to be healing on a different level for people. Let's get one more final card and see what the overall is on this reading on pile number 3's soulmate. Alright, pile number 3, we have this card as your final card, and it says Grove. One November day you enjoy the autumn light and colors in a wooded valley, meaning this card signifies a place of sanctuary and healing, a place to go to when seeking advice. I can't talk. A place to go to when seeking guidance from nature. A grove can also exist in your imagination. Try to use it when you need to escape the world. Well, pile number 3, I feel like that really coincides with everything we've discussed today with you. And I feel like overall that your soul, like we talked about, is an empath. And I feel like when you activate your imagination, when you step into that childlike part of your nature, by spending time in nature, but that you will activate that part of your nature that is inquisitive, that is curious, that is full of imagination. And your imagination is actually very healing to others, that you will be able to come up with creative solutions to help others as well as yourself to heal. And I really feel like a great deal of your soul is, or your soul mission, is about healing, others' spirits, minds, and hearts. And, you know, I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy in this pile. So, and a lot of Gemini energy, a lot of very mercurial energy, and also a little bit of Neptune as well, some Pisces. So if you have any of those signs in your chart, I would look into your planets. And I feel like if you look at your Neptune and see what zodiac sign it's in, and stepping into that energy more, I think will help you to step into your past life energy and perhaps awaken those memories and help you to step into what you're supposed to do in this lifetime faster. Well, pile number 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please let me know if you did. Please give me a like if you enjoyed it, and please comment below with any of your thoughts, or if it connected with you. I would love to hear from you. And if you would like to see more readings like this from me, please subscribe below. And please don't forget to ring that bell, as it will notify you whenever I post new videos. I enjoyed reading for you today, and I hope you enjoyed your reading today, pile number 3. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Hope to see you in the next reading. Bye!